Welcome back, everybody, to episode 4 of Universe Mode here on WWE 2k22. We are live here in Detroit, Michigan for another episode of Raw at the Little Caesars Arena. And boy, do we have a good show for you guys tonight. For the first time in about 6 years, Cody Rhodes will be making his return to Raw. We will see him in the main event. His opponent will be named in just a minute, but Cody Rhodes headlines a phenomenal edition of Raw here tonight. Let's take a look at the rest of the matches tonight. We're going to see Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan team up to face Nikki ASH and Doudrop in tag action. Next matchup, Montez Ford goes one-on-one with Riddle. The Street Profits have a future Raw Tag Team Championship match on their date. Dana Brooke will go one-on-one against Queen Zelina. We saw Brooke up with Carmella last week. The Miz will go one-on-one with LA Knight, making his Raw debut as well. And then Dolph Ziggler versus Tommaso Ciampa one-on-one, a United States Championship match. Damian Priest gets his rematch against Finn Balor. And in the main event, Cody Rhodes will take on Apollo Crews. First couple of matches, Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan win, so you have to think they're going to be in line for a Women's Tag Team Championship opportunity. Montez Ford does pick up the one-on-one victory over Riddle, and Queen Zelina beats Dana Brooke. And The Miz beats LA Knight in his Monday Night Raw debut. And we're actually going to take a look at that one real quick. How it ended is a little surprising. Veer Mahan actually came out and assaulted LA Knight while The Miz had the referee distracted. An attack on the outside set up The Miz in the ring for a skull-crushing finale on LA Knight. So The Miz continues to build momentum, and we need to find answers as to why Veer Mahan attacked LA Knight. I know both superstars did make their Raw debut just a week ago, so maybe Mahan was feeling some overshadowment by LA Knight. Nonetheless, we're probably going to have to wait till next week to get some answers there, but The Miz, at the end of the day, is victorious. So back into the arena for our first featured match of the night. First making his way to the ring is the former NXT champion Dolph Ziggler, one half of the Dirty Dogs. You can see his tag team partner Robert Roode on his left. And this is a very interesting matchup, as this was originally scheduled to be an NXT championship match. But on this past episode of NXT on Tuesday, Dolph Ziggler did lose that title in the main event to Braun Breaker. So this match will continue on as a one-on-one scheduled contest, but no gold on the line tonight. And we have heard that Ziggler will not get a rematch for the NXT Championship. His NXT tenure is done. So Ziggler not too happy about that. He's not going to get another chance to face the rubber match against Braun Breaker, but he is back on Raw. And he's got to go one-on-one tonight against one of Raw's newest stars in Tommaso Ciampa, the former two-time NXT champion. No one will survive as he makes his way to the ring. Ciampa, we did see him last week as well. He beat Robert Roode in a one-on-one contest, which would have set up the NXT Championship match tonight. So you have to think Ciampa not very happy. He's not going to become the first ever three-time champion if he wins tonight. But kind of like Dolph Ziggler, you know, we would have liked to win the title. He's kind of a little upset he's not going to get the rubber match as well against Braun Breaker. So we'll have to see if those two things do happen sometime down the line. I doubt it'll be for the NXT Championship, but still a big singles match here for Ciampa tonight. A victory over Dolph Ziggler would add to his resumes. You know, Ziggler being a former world champion in his own right. As Ciampa makes his way to the ring, did pick up that win over Robert Roode last week. Very dangerous scenario though for Ciampa. You know, the Dirty Dogs, there are two of them, and Ciampa is so far by himself here on Raw. So nobody to watch his back, but I don't think Tommaso Ciampa really cares. He's shown that he's not afraid of anybody, and he's willing to take on anybody and anybody who steps up to the plate. As Ciampa staring down Ziggler and Roode on the outside as we get ready for our first featured match of the evening. So we are back in the ring. Ziggler versus Tommaso Ciampa one-on-one here tonight as the bell rings. We are here underway. Ciampa gets the first punch in the center of the ring, backing up Ziggler. And there's a nice uppercut that drops Ziggler to the mat. As Ciampa now picks Ziggler up and hits the neck breaker on the former NXT champion. These two go back to whenever Ziggler made his first appearance ever in NXT. Ciampa was there that night to greet him, and they have fought before, on Raw and NXT. But yet this match could be the definitive conclusion. So whoever wins this one might get final bragging rights as Ziggler hits a famouser on Ciampa as he looks to get going in the early parts of this match. And now we got our first pinfall of the night, covered by Ziggler, 1, and kick out at 1 by Ciampa, showing his resilience early on. Ziggler takes control from the back, a former successful collegiate wrestler, showing that part of his game, but Ciampa just counters back with a right hand and a backstabber to Ziggler, drops him to the mat. Ziggler, though, back to his feet. Ciampa is there to meet him with a couple right hands, another uppercut. Ziggler stays on his feet, and this time will counter, grabs the leg of Ciampa. And now Ziggler looking to take control before Ciampa swings him back down to the mat. Like we mentioned, no love lost between these two superstars earlier, as no championship on the line, but there is the United States Championship. There's still the WWE Championship, so a big win tonight could put you a couple rungs up the ladder for a future one of those championship opportunities. We know Damian Priest is going to get his United States Championship opportunity later tonight, but a win here by one of these two could set them up to be the first in line, as now Ziggler rolls Ciampa over on the mat. Couple of quick forearms to the jaw of Ciampa, and now just a little kick to the back. Ziggler now going to climb to the second turnbuckle, goes for an elbow drop, but Ciampa does roll out the way, and then counters with a boot to Ziggler. So far on the outside, Robert Roode has yet to make his presence known in this matchup, as Ziggler gets to the rope for a rope break. Now back to their feet. Ciampa more lefts, more rights. Ziggler will counter again as he blocks the kick to the gut, and then hits a jumping DDT on Ciampa. Ziggler now with control, not going to go for the pin. Instead, he's going to go this time to the top rope. Ciampa is in the drop zone. He's going to miss with the left elbow drop. And now Robert Roode is talking the smack to Ciampa, so Robert does get involved in this matchup and allows Ziggler to hit a German suplex on Tommaso Ciampa, and one half of the Dirty Dogs back in control. Actually went for a super kick there, but I think Ciampa blocked, and he connects with a neck breaker again. Now Ciampa this time going to climb to the top rope, but Ziggler kind of rolling out of harm's way, so he won't be able to jump off. And then Ziggler went for another super kick, but Ciampa a little quicker to the punch for the second time. He's going to counter with an STO that drives Ziggler down to the mat. Ciampa now just going to go up to the second turnbuckle and drop a knee right across the face of Dolph Ziggler as Tommaso Ciampa taking control. I think he thought about going back up to the turnbuckle. Instead, he's just going to kick Ziggler in the gut, and he's setting him up for that fairy tale ending, and he connects into the corner, rolls Ziggler over, but Ziggler's foot is in the rope, so Ciampa did just connect with a fairy tale ending, but maybe a little bit of poor ring positioning might cost Ciampa the victory. I didn't think maybe he would have got 3 off that, but Ciampa now not going to let up, continues with more lefts to Ziggler. And once more, Robert Roode tries to get involved in this matchup. Ciampa, though, a ring veteran. He's not going to let somebody on the outside distract him for too long, especially since he knows he's got the advantage right now, and just continues to lay bombs on Ziggler. Like we mentioned, no love lost between these two superstars. And there's a kick to the back for good measure. Ciampa now back to the corner, going to drop another knee across the face of Ziggler. And Ciampa, ever since that fairy tale ending, he is in complete control of this matchup. He actually wants Ziggler to get back to his feet again. Kick to the midsection, going to try it again. A fairy tale ending connects. This time in the center of the ring, no ropes involved. That's the 1, and that's the 2, and that's the 3. Ciampa picks up a victory and a pretty emphatic win over Dolph Ziggler. Ciampa, while it's not for the title, he's not going to be a 3-time NXT champion, does get a huge victory over Ziggler. And I put Ciampa in the line for a future title shot, whether that be probably the United States Championship, a big win over a former world champion Dolph Ziggler, in one of your first matches as an official Raw superstar. Tommaso Ciampa puts an end to this rivalry tonight and has to set his sides for bigger things. Watch out for Tommaso Ciampa in the future. Well, now it's time for a championship encounter. The United States Championship is on the line in this next matchup. Damian Priest gets his rematch against Finn Balor as Priest gets ready to make his way to the ring, looking for his second United States Championship. Had a very dominant run, but lost it back to Finn Balor a couple months ago. As Priest's music is hit, but he's nowhere to be found. Priest not in the arena. We actually hear there's something going on backstage. It's AJ Styles. He meets Damian Priest as he makes his way to the ring. And we got a little bit of a backstage brawl here. AJ Styles not happy after what happened at WrestleMania, where Styles was having a classic against Edge, setting up for that phenomenal forearm. Damian Priest appeared out of nowhere and allowed AJ Styles to be distracted, and Edge picked up the victory in that one-on-one clash at WrestleMania. And AJ Styles not very happy about it, assaulting Priest with a hockey stick. Looks like the Red Wings leaving some equipment backstage, and now picks up the chair and starts working away on the midsection of Priest. We still don't know why Priest has allied himself with Edge, but I don't think AJ Styles really cares. He said, you cost me my match at WrestleMania, I'm going to cost you match tonight. As Damian Priest being attacked backstage, I don't think he's going to be in any condition as he gets the lead taken out. AJ Styles, nobody back there to separate them just yet, as AJ Styles continues the flurry on Priest. And Priest, though, trying to counter. Let's run into each other backstage. Tries to pick up the hockey stick, but AJ Styles meets him. Continues the offense and it takes Priest off his feet again, working away at that left knee of the former U.S. champion. And AJ Styles picking Priest back up to his feet. And he's just going to toss him off the ledge into the concrete below. Damian Priest, no condition to compete here tonight. But Finn Balor is still making his way to the ring. While Priest won't get the opportunity tonight, we're hearing that somebody will. So Finn Balor still has to defend his United States Championship here tonight as he makes his way to the ring. Finn Balor won that championship back from Priest on February 28th, so it's been 42 days that Finn Balor has been champion, and this is a little bit of curveball for him as well. He was expecting Priest, but now he's going to have somebody completely different. He has no idea who is going to challenge him for his championship, but Balor, always been a fighting champion in the past, whether it be down in NXT, Intercontinental, and Universal. Remember, the first ever Universal champion. So Finn Balor, no stranger to these kind of scenarios. He says, bring it on. I don't know who is going to step up, but he's going to have to fight regardless. And we're also hearing, it looks like it is going to be a hand-picked opponent in just a second, as Finn Balor poses in front of the crowd, looking to continue his U.S. Championship reign, as the fans go along with Balor as he points to the camera and awaits his challenger. So Finn waiting in the ring. Who's it going to be? And it's going to be Austin Theory who gets the call tonight. And this smells like a conspiracy to me. Austin Theory gets the chance of a lifetime, and I don't think it's any coincidence that the hand-picked protege for Mr. McMahon gets the call here tonight. This might have come down from the top. We'll have to get confirmation on that. But Austin Theory gets a chance to win the United States Championship here tonight. So despite being unsuccessful at WrestleMania in his last one-on-one encounter against Pat McAfee, Austin Theory still gets a championship opportunity. I don't know how that's fair in, the grand scheme of things, but like the saying goes, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know, and Austin Theory just so happens to know the biggest man in WWE, the boss himself, Mr. McMahon. Nonetheless, though, Theory is a proven competitor. He's competed for the WWE Championship in the past, the last one eliminated in the Elimination Chamber, so we know he is tough enough. But we are going to have a United States Championship match here tonight, not the match that we thought we were going to have, but a match nonetheless. The championship on the line. Finn Balor has to defend. And it's not Priest. It's going to be Austin Theory. Theory, one of the top young superstars in WWE, has yet to win a championship here. And looks to add it to his first title with the U.S. title. While sitting across the ring from him was a man who has held that title for 42 days. It is the Prince himself, Finn Balor. The crowd firmly behind the champion as we get ready momentarily for this one-on-one encounter. Balor will turn over the gold to the referee. So this match is about to happen as both superstars take a look at what they're fighting for tonight. The referee in the middle of the ring raises his championship above his head. And just like that, we are ready for the contest. It's going to be Finn Balor versus Austin Theory for the United States Championship. And we are underway here in Detroit. The bell has sounded. This match is officially official as both superstars meet up in the center of the ring. Austin Theory getting the jump on Finn as he lifts Finn up and hits with a knee across the spine of the champion. So Balor, we talked about, he didn't know he was going to be ready for this opportunity. Don't really know if Theory knew he was going to be facing Balor. You have to think that he was preparing, in advance just in case something happens. I do think this has conspiracy smelled over it, as like we've said, Theory is the hand-picked protege for Mr. McMahon. With that being said, though, he does have victories over Finn in the past. Both these superstars are familiar with each other, so both of them will have to tap in to those previous matches they have had to help them in this one. Both superstars own a win over the other. Balor has beaten Theory, and Theory has beaten Balor. So this is a pretty fair, competitive rivalry, to say the least. But nearly going, it looks like Finn Balor has control, but Theory will connect with a boot to the face of Finn. But Finn counters with a leg sweep that takes Theory off his feet and then adds with two stomps to the sternum for good measure. Now stomps away on the left arm of Theory. Balor now to the second turnbuckle, asking Theory to get back to his feet, and he connects with a missile dropkick that knocks Theory backwards. And so far, Finn, with all the control in the early going, now going to lock in the submission on Theory. Middle of the ring, nowhere to go, but Balor will release the hold. I think he just wanted to do a little bit of damage to those legs of Theory. Knows that it's too early in the matchup for a victory. But Theory, though, is going to swipe Balor off his feet. Now Theory's going to go back up to the top turnbuckle. Balor will get dropped with a double axe handle. Thought Balor was going to move out of the way of that one, but Theory, with nice pinpoint accuracy, takes control and hits a nice German suplex on the champion. Balor, though, quickly back to his feet, connects with a forearm that knocks Austin Theory off of his feet. And now going to work away on the upper body and trap that right arm in for a submission. As Theory now in the middle of the ring is going to fight out of this one. And now stomps away on Balor. He'll lift the champion back to his feet, tie up in the center of the ring, lifts him up, and is just going to drive him with snake eyes into the turnbuckle. Both superstars battling for that early momentum. This is a big championship opportunity for Theory. We mentioned he has yet to win a title in WWE, believe it or not, even though he's had an impressive first couple of months to the new year. But he did lose at WrestleMania, so usually when you lose your last singles opportunity, you don't get gifted with a championship encounter. But Theory, win tonight will prove that he is going to be the United States champion. He's taking control of this one as he gets Balor back to his feet. He's going to whip him into the far turnbuckle and power up. Oh, gets met actually with a back elbow by Balor. And then Balor looks for, I think he was looking to sweep Theory into the turnbuckle. Instead, gets met with a suplex of his own. Theory will get Balor back to his feet. Couple of quick strikes to the champion. Backs him into the turnbuckle. And Theory will whip him into the ropes and then connect across with a forearm to the face. Not much pretty about that one, but effective nonetheless. Theory now goes for a standing shooting star press. Nice athleticism by the challenger, but Balor did get the knees up. And now the champion looking to take back control, whips Theory into the turnbuckle. And he's going to set him up. This is not where you want to be if you're Theory. Balor lines him up and he connects with a drop kick into the second turnbuckle. Theory is down. He is in the drop zone. Finn Balor looking for the coup de grace, and he connects across to the abs of Theory, goes for the cover. Balor to retain, and Theory will kick out at 2.5. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought Balor connected with the coup de grace, And instead, Theory does kick out. But Balor continuing to work on the offense. So nice resiliency shown by Theory. But Balor's a veteran. He's not going to let this one stop him as he's back to the top turnbuckle. Theory, though, back to his feet. Balor's going to leap off and connect with a double axe handle of his own. Fans liking what they're seeing so far, cheering on the champion as he's got all the momentum in this one. He connects with a suplex on Theory, drags him head first into the mat. And this one's been all Balor in the middle part of this matchup. Balor connected with the coup de grace. Theory has yet to recover. Now Balor once more perched on that top turnbuckle looking for another double axe handle, and he will get it. Theory has got to get back in this match. He's going to roll out of the way of the stomps. He backs Balor into the corner. And he's going to whip him in the ropes. Looks like he's going to connect with that forearm again. Yes, he will. Theory's gone to that well quite a few times. That's going to help him get control again in this matchup. As now Theory to the second rope will drop an elbow across the champion. And a kick to the back for good measure. But Balor, though, quickly back up to his feet, trying to connect with leg kicks to Theory. And it's just going to drag him down by the arm instead. And Balor, a very good manipulator of the limbs of his opponent. As you can see, wrapping up that arm there. And then quickly back to the top rope. He's got the agility of a cat. But he did see Theory was probably too far out of the way, so Balor thought better of it. Instead, he's just going to whip him back in the corner. Looks like he's going to try to set him up for that drop kick again. But I think Theory saw that one coming. He fought out of the corner. But Balor connects with a sling blade. And then a kick right to the face. Balor back in control. He's going to go back up to the top rope. Looking for coup de grace again. No, he just drops a knee across the face of Theory. But just like that, Balor back up to the top turnbuckle. And this time with a big splashdown on Theory. Goes for the cover. Will Balor retain? 2 and no. Theory will kick out at 2.5. So Theory showing a lot of resiliency in this one. He wants his first championship. It's hard to beat Balor, but Balor gets taken off his feet there by Theory. Theory picks him back up, connects with a kick to the midsection, goes for a suplex. Balor will fight out, knee to the top of the crown of the head. Fans still into this matchup. You have to think it's starting to get into the late phases. Now here comes Balor with a quick rally, couple of forearms, another sling blade, knocks Theory off his feet. Balor wants Theory to get back to his feet. He's trying to set him up, I think, for 1916, but Theory does fight out of it. Balor, though, does connect to the forearm across the face. Goes for it, and he does connect. 1916 to the challenger. Balor now into the cover, but Theory did get a foot on the ropes, and that did cause the rope break. Balor, though, quickly back up to the top turnbuckle. Goes for the coup de grace, but Theory this time did roll out of the way. Now he has Balor up, looking for that suplex again. Balor out the back door. And he's going to connect with a German of his own. Theory, looks like every single time he tries to get something going, Balor has been one step ahead of him. And now Balor wants Theory to get back to his feet. He's about halfway across the ring. Balor actually just jumps off the top turnbuckle, so might have wasted some time. Instead, gets Theory up for a suplex of his own, and this time Balor will connect. He drops Theory in the center of the ring. Now going to go back up to that second turnbuckle. Connects with another missile drop kick. Theory's back off his feet. Balor closing in. The Theory, though, will counter. Going to create some separation. Kick to the midsection. Now another one. In Theory, he's going to flip Balor over and drive him face first into the mat. Will we have a new U.S. champion? 2 and no. Finn Balor kicks out at 2 3/4. Theory thought he had the victory, but instead it follows up with a standing shooting star press again. And now Theory on the offense. Going to connect with a kick to the arm of Balor. Goes for the standing shooting star press again. This time Balor will get the knees up. Can't go to the well too many times. Now a couple of strikes here by Balor, the champion. Knocks Theory against the rope, but Theory's just going to dump Balor to the outside. And now this one is gone to the outside of the ring. Balor gets thrown back in the ring now as Theory knows he can only win the title in the center of the ring. Now he's asking Balor to get back to his feet. Theory thinks he has victory incoming. There's another kick to the midsection. He packages him up and flips him over. Theory has Balor down. Is this it? 1, 2, 3. We have a new United States champion. Austin Theory picks up the victory over Finn Balor. In a very hard-fought contest, Austin Theory gets gifted the opportunity of a lifetime by Mr. McMahon tonight, and he cashes in. Theory wins his first title in WWE. Finn Balor's U.S. title reign comes to an end at 42 days, and once again, who you know gets you far in this world. Well, we have a new champion here on Raw, but the night is not over. We still have Cody Rhodes to make his Raw debut. It's time for the main event. And on his way to the ring first is Apollo Crews, flanked by Commander Aziz. Now, there's been a lot of talk. Obviously, Cody Rhodes made his return at WrestleMania, but this is a huge opportunity for Apollo Crews here tonight. Unlike Seth Rollins, Apollo Crews does have an opportunity to prepare for Cody. And with all the buzz around the American Nightmare's return, a win for Apollo Crews here tonight would be huge for him. Now, Crews is a decorated singles competitor, former United States champion, former Intercontinental champion. So Crews is nobody you want to take lightly as he makes his way to the ring, aware actually of the situation at hand. A win over Cody Rhodes will propel him to bigger and better things. But it is now time for the American Nightmare to make his way to the ring for his first Raw match in 6 years. Cody Rhodes up on the stage. He is here tonight in Detroit, Michigan. Oh, the prodigal son has returned. Now, side notes, the Nikki ASH background and stuff, that will be changed. This was the first Cody Rhodes creator wrestler that I saw when downloading for Cody Rhodes, and I've seen better ones, so don't expect this model next time we see Cody, but just deal with it for tonight. Cody Rhodes makes his way to the ring. The fans on their feet in Detroit, Michigan for Cody, all fired up here. Very happy to be back in the WWE. Big things planned for the American Nightmare. But, like we said a second ago, can't take Apollo Crews lightly. Cody, also a former Intercontinental champion of his own right, former multi-time tag team champion as well. But Cody Rhodes never won a world title in his first go-around here with WWE. I think Cody Rhodes is back to change that. As we get ready for our main event, Apollo Crews versus Cody Rhodes for the first time in 6 years. We are here underway. The bell has sounded, and both superstars meet up in the center of the ring. Cody Rhodes takes the advantage first. He picks Apollo up and drives him down. Cody Rhodes, you got to think, full of adrenaline. Happy to be back in the WWE ring as he starts the offense first. Now I'm going to springboard off of the ropes and connect with a leg drop across the throat of Apollo Crews. Now, the reason why Apollo Crews here tonight, you're probably wondering, why is he getting the opportunity to face Cody Rhodes here one-on-one? It's because these two go back to that 6 years. Last time we saw Cody Rhodes in a match here on Raw, he was fighting none other than Apollo Crews. And Apollo Crews was victorious in that encounter. Obviously, a lot has happened in 6 years. You know, Cody Rhodes went away. Crews won some titles. But Cody wanted to face the man tonight that he faced last time on Raw in Apollo Crews. He has not forgot about those losses he had against the former Intercontinental Champion. And Cody Rhodes looking to rectify that tonight. So far has his hands full. Crews connects with a punch to the face. Now he's got Cody Rhodes off of his feet and gets taken down from behind. Knocks Crews to the mat. Now Cody gonna go up to that top turnbuckle, drive an elbow right into the heart of Crews. Cody Rhodes back in control of this one. Gets Crews to his feet, connects with a shot to the midsection, and he's going to look for this inverted pile driver. Ties up the arms of Crews and drives him neck first into the mat. Cody got Apollo Crews reeling. He's going to punch him. He's going to flip him around. Oh, I think he was thinking for crossroads there, but Crews connects instead with a huge shot to the face. He goes for that standing shooting star press, doesn't connect. So Crews and Rhodes will get back up, and then a big spine buster to Cody Rhodes. So Apollo Crews knows what to expect from Cody. I have to think he's watched a lot of film going into this matchup, knows the situation at hand, and wants to play spoiler here tonight. But Cody Rhodes going to pick up Crews again. This time he's got him up in the high crucifix and drives him down into the mat. Looks like a little bit of a modified Razor's Edge. Shout out to the late, great Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. We love you, buddy. Both superstars now back to their feet. Apollo Crews counters with a jawbreaker to Cody. Backs him up into the corner. There's a kick right to the face of Cody Rhodes. Knocks him down in the corner. Now Crews applying the pressure. Boot right across the throat. Knows he has a 5 count to do some damage on the American Nightmare. Crews gets Cody back up to his feet. Just going to drag him over into the turnbuckle. Instead connects with a chop. That backs Cody Rhodes up. And Crews now with a quick shot. A couple of quick shots across the face of Cody Rhodes. Rhodes, he came out firing, but Crews did a very good job of weathering that early storm. Now starting to get in his own offense as he has Cody Rhodes down. Apollo going to go up to the top rope. Rhodes is down. Now Crews wants Rhodes to get back up. Cody slowly up to his feet and misses. Apollo Crews went for an elbow. He missed. Cody Rhodes stepped out of the way. Now he's going to drive Crews head first into the mat. He's got him up in the center of the ring. This is not where Crews wants to be. There goes Crossroads in the center of the ring. Crews is down. Cody goes for the cover. 1, 2, and no. Crews kicks out at 3. Cody a little surprised. I'm a little surprised that Crews kicked out of Crossroads, but Crews has been dominating the majority of this matchup, so I don't think enough damage has been done to Apollo, but Cody Rhodes, the veteran, going to continue to work away. He's got him in an arm bar here, but Apollo shows the power. He's going to connect with a couple of rights, and that'll cause Cody to release the hold. Both superstars to the center of the ring. This time, Cody Rhodes drops Apollo Crews face first into the mat. He holds the momentum in this one. Now he's going to kick another midsection to Apollo Crews. He's going to go for this inverted pile driver again. Ties up the arms of the opponent and drives him on the high shoulders, neck area. A lot of damage to that upper body. Now Cody Rhodes waiting for Crews to get back up to his feet, stalking him from behind. He's going to set it up again, and there's another Crossroads to Crews. Cody goes in for the cover. The ref's going to count 1, 2, and 3. Cody Rhodes victorious in his first match on Raw in 6 years. Apollo Crews did put up a pretty good fight tonight. Got to give it to Apollo, a strong showing, but this one was all about Cody. He weathered the storm of Crews, connected with a couple of Crossroads, and was able to walk away victorious in this encounter. Cody Rhodes back in the win column, 2 over Seth Rollins and Apollo Crews as he poses in front of the fans here in Detroit, Michigan. A solid win for your main event of the evening. Cody Rhodes celebrates, and he actually standing in the middle of the ring, and hold up, Seth freaking Rollins is in the house. That is his music, and he's gonna make his way to the ring. Cody Rhodes awaiting the arrival of the visionary Seth freaking Rollins. Pretty jovial, it looks like, despite losing at WrestleMania. We'll have to see why he's making his way out to the ring, but you can hear the crowd all in support of the Song of Rollins as he makes his way to the ring. Apollo Crews has rolled out. He is making his way to the back. And it looks like Seth Rollins is going to come to the ring. He's got a couple of words, it seems, to say to the American Nightmare. Welcome back, Cody. And congratulations on beating me at WrestleMania. Congratulations on beating someone who had no idea who they were going to face. Because you see, Cody, I know I can beat you. You may have gotten 1 on me, but you can't get 2 on me. In fact, you couldn't even get 2 on me in the same match. So at Backlash, I challenge you to a 2 out of 3 falls match. What do you say? Ha 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 ha. I accept. Well, just like that, we have a huge match added to the Backlash card. Cody Rhodes goes 1-on-1 against Seth Rollins in a 2 out of 3 falls match. That is going to be an absolute show stealer. Next week, though, we have Bianca Belair making her return to Raw for the first time since winning that Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. That's going to be a nice show next week. And we're all building to Backlash, which will be in about 4 weeks' time, as the superstars look to punch their final tickets to the show. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. If you did, make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content. And don't forget to join the Discord. Link is in the description. You can talk with all the other fans about anything wrestling, anything sports, anything in general. I'd love to see you guys there. But that's all the time we have for you in this one. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.